Hey everyone, it's been a long time since we've done any sort of news segment for you, so we're gonna play a little catch up here and we're gonna cover some things that you guys should know about. My average workday looks a lot like I'm sure most of yours do. Lots of video calls and sometimes with large groups of people all trying to gather the same information from the meeting. Microsoft in their Teams platform just released a feature that allows the organizer to mute all the participants in those meetings so that they can run a little bit more smoothly. That feature is really difficult to find though, so I want to walk you through how to get there quick if it's something you want to turn on. The first thing you need to do is find the appointment you want to change. Click on that appointment and edit it. Next, you'll see meeting options. You click on that, and here's where it gets a little bit strange. It will actually open the settings or the features of that meeting in a web browser. So you'll need to be logged into Office 365 on the web browser as well. If you're not logged in, I imagine it will prompt you to, but in my case, just goes right there. The flag to mute all the participants and not let them unmute themselves afterwards is all the way at the bottom. You can check that box and hit save. And then when you go into meetings, as the organizer, you can mute all the participants and then you can unmute them when it's their turn to talk. There's a couple of other cool features here, so feel free to peruse those while you're there as well. If you own a Ring video doorbell, I would recommend going and checking it out. The Ring 2nd Gen doorbells have been known to start on fire. It sounds like maybe potentially a user installation issue if the wrong screws are used, but a number of them have caught fire and Ring is recalling 350,000 of them. If you do have a Ring doorbell at home, I would absolutely go check it out when you get home and make sure that if it's the 2nd Gen one, that you're part of that recall and you'll get a new one shipped to you. It sounds like these doorbells were mostly sold on Ring's website and on Amazon. Another question I've gotten a lot this year is 5G. And I think that's kind of the question is, what is it? And is it something I want? Do I care? Should I care? I think the answer is no. In 2020, I don't think 5G is going to matter. And here's why. All the carriers are pretty much tapped out of bandwidth at the tower. So if you can get more bandwidth from your phone to the tower, but the tower has nothing left to give you, what does it matter if we're on 6G? It doesn't really. And that's what I've noticed. 5G on my phone tends to be about as fast or sometimes even slower than 4G. And I've read other articles from other tech reviewers that have seen pretty similar results. On the 5G note though, I have switched to iPhone. And for those of you that know me, this probably seems like a very, very strange thing. But it's 2020 and I thought, why not? So over these next few weeks, you may be hearing from me, if you're an iPhone user out there, for some helpful hints on how to use this software package the best way. I still can't find out how to not live in Cupertino. I keep leaving the house in the morning with a t-shirt on because it's 70 degrees on my phone and it ends up being 30 degrees outside. So I'll have to work on that first. But I have noticed that iOS is slightly more polished than Android. When you own the hardware and the software, I just think you can deliver a slightly more polished environment. And that's definitely what I've noticed over the past week of using it. I guess we'll find out, and only time will tell whether or not I stick with iPhone or go to Android again. That's all I have for you guys today. I miss all of you guys. I can't wait until we can get rid of this lockdown scenario that we're living in. And we'll be in touch next week with more news. Have a great one. Peace.